Ace Combat X Skies of Deception is a game for you if you love the Top Gun movies. It's a combat flight simulation video game developed and released exclusively for the Sony's PSP. Released in 2006, this title covers a conflict between two fictional nations, the Democratic Republic of Leasath and Aurelia. The powerful and mighty forces of Leasath have invaded Aurelia, and as the flight lead in the Gryphus squadron of the Aurelian Air Force, it is up to you to push them back. The enemy is tough and the gameplay is fun. The game features a mix of arcade action and flight simulation, making it a great mix of both. You get two types of control schemes, an easier one which is more arcadey and then another one which is realistic and uses both analog stick as well as the D-pad for realistic simulation like experience. The controls are fine and easy to get into and no issues with the controls at all. The game features several real-world fighter planes along with some fictional ones as well. New planes along with medals, weapons, parts, paint schemes and bonus missions can be unlocked by achieving a higher rank and earning more points, which are awarded based on completion time and enemies destroyed at the end of every mission. Achieving a higher rank unlocks planes as well as other new stuff, but you will have to spend points afterwards in order to buy them in your hangar. Missions are fairly simple, involving various combat objectives such as attacking ground targets, air targets, or a mix of both. Air-to-air combat is especially really fun. The dogfights are amazing and the combat can actually get pretty challenging at times. And there are some really fun and really cool missions, such as one involving a Leasath super weapon kind of aircraft called the Gleipnir, which has cloaking capabilities. And dealing with it was quite challenging and really fun. Then the game also gives you a free mission mode which allows levels unlocked in campaign mode to be replayed to achieve a higher rank or gain points for purchase of planes or equipments. And replaying missions is actually pretty rewarding and fun as you get some really cool unlockables. Along with planes and other special weapons, you also get unique unlockable parts which can change the performance stats of planes. Every aircraft present in the game has some strengths and weaknesses, and so do the weapons. Some of the aircrafts are really good at air-to-air combat while others are really good at air-to-ground attacks. Same thing goes for the weapons as well, and you do get to choose your loadout before every single mission. And you also get to choose an aircraft from the ones you have available in your arsenal. The really cool thing is that some of the unique unlockable parts allow you to completely alter the performance stats of these planes, such as speed, air-to-air capabilities, air-to-ground capabilities, mobility, stability and defense, etc., which obviously turns weaknesses to strengths. Then the game also gives you a cockpit view along with the third person behind the plane perspective. After completing or failing at a mission, you get a replay of the entire mission and you can change camera perspectives in that as well, and it looks really cool. Then the sound design is really good. The thundering sound of the engines of the fighter jets is just fantastic and nails the feel completely. The graphics are fine for a PSP title that came out way back in 2006, and the aircrafts, they look really cool. But the ground textures are really bad, so the closer you get to the ground, the uglier it gets, and that is something that you'll have to forgive obviously. Overall, the game is a fun one featuring lots of unlockable stuff like aircrafts and paint schemes and whatnot. Every mission has these star and ace units. Destroying the star units unlocks weapons and equipment, while destroying the ace unit unlocks the paint schemes and stuff like that. Combat is fun and the game poses a decent amount of challenge as well and features 4 different difficulty levels: easy, normal, hard and an unlockable one called the ace difficulty. The sound design is pretty good and the graphical presentation is okay too, except for the ground textures that I've already discussed earlier. The game also had some really cool multiplayer options available back in the day as well. The controls are nice and easy to get into and the missions are fun and the game is really enjoyable. It's not a masterpiece, but it is a fun one. It strikes a decent balance between arcade and simulation. So if you are into PSP games and want to feel like Maverick, definitely hop on to this one. This title is totally worth your time and won't disappoint you at all. And yeah, this is not the only Ace Combat title available on the Sony's PSP. In 2010, another Ace Combat title called Ace Combat Joint Assault was released on the PSP exclusively, and it was also a pretty good one. And we are definitely gonna take a look at that in a future video. And if you love PSP games, definitely check out the video I made on a highly underrated PSP title, Dead to Rights Reckoning. And thank you very much for watching. Peace out.